Hello and welcome back to Action Toon Brothers episode what are we at now?
75.
75. Ooh, wow, 75, good round number.
Right.
I am today's host, Ben Sturgeon, and with me today is the founder and owner of Action Toon Brothers Emporium, Matthew Lewis.
Hell yeah.
So, Matt, it has been an interesting time, this show. Oh my gosh. And there's more craziness to unfold. But yeah, been listening to more metal.
Yeah,
recently.
actually I was going to say, yeah. Have you heard of Cray Wolf?
Cray Wolf?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of a song or two from them.
Yeah.
What do you think of them?
She's this black British singer who does metal, and it's just like a mix of like metal and hip hop, but her metal is really, really good. Her songs she actually does like the whole like metal voice and everything. She's really, really fantastic. I've just started listening to her stuff recently. And also I don't know if it counts as metal, but 9 Inch Nails.
We count it.
Sure, it's rock
Honestly,
adjacent.
It was technically filed under industrial,
Yeah.
but a lot of people put it in metal. So
I was gonna say, well, speaking of which, have you
counts.
seen the new Tron Ares trailer?
No,
They're doing the music
actually, I
for
have not.
they're doing the music for the new Tron movie, and it goes fucking pretty hard in the the trailer alone. And like a big old NIN pops up.
Wait. Really? They have NIN doing Tron?
Yeah, it's really fantastic.
Huh.
Yeah, but like
That's weird.
of course, the music's bumping the entire time, and at the very end, like instead of saying anything like music by whatever, it's just like a big old NIN pops up at the end after the trailer, after the Tron Ares, and it's like, oh hell yeah, that's fucking awesome.
That's. You know what? I kind of want to see this trailer now. I kind of want to hear how they incorporate.
It sounds pretty fantastic. It's obviously, since it's Tron, it's definitely more techno. It sounds more adjacent to the what are those two? The people who did the song last time.
Oh, you
Daft
mean
Punk. Daft Punk. Yeah, it's like similar to Daft Punk, but it's still pretty fucking hard and bumping. It's great.
Yeah. I personally have just been like digging up the old stuff actually. So, 9 Inch Nails, I need to get back into that one. But, been listening to some Marilyn Manson, been listening to Breaking Benjamin, just some of the older stuff, like when I was in high school, that kind of shit. And I miss the old stuff. One of my fucking coworkers was listening to Paramore, and I'm like, shit, I need to listen to this stuff again.
Yeah, there was a new Paramore song that I decided to make. Also, fucking goddamn. You hear that loud ass fire truck driving by? Anyway, but yeah, I just have a new Paramount thing that keeps popping up on my like recommended, so I just started listening to them too. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently they're so good that you had to call the fire department for
Yeah,
that.
they're so on fire. Dumb. But anyway.
But yeah, anyway. So yeah, today, Metalocalypse, episodes 10, 11, and 12. Honestly, I don't have a really good segue for this one because, it's about Florida. What can you segue about Florida in this episode?
I don't know, but there's gonna be plenty to talk about after, I'm sure.
I bet there will be. But in the meantime, we're just gonna start it off now. With season 2, episode 10. Dethgov. We start with Nathan Explosion.
Yeah.
As a second grader.
A little kid.
Who has been elected in his class to be the second grade class president.
Yeah.
And
Nathan,
he's just
you have anything to
standing
say?
there all creepy like,
Yeah, teacher's like, Nathan, you have anything to say? Huh? And then, of course, yeah.
Go on.
I was gonna say, cut to typical Florida man who's just drinking and driving a monster truck. And do you write down what he says?
Oh yeah, it was something along the lines of like, I
remember what it. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
He says, "I'm a lunatic of God's creation."
That's what it was. Lunatic. That's the word I couldn't find.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm the something of God's creation. It's like, yeah. And of course, all this time as that's going, we flash back into the class with the teacher getting more upset. Like, Nathan, do you have anything to say? And then Florida Man crashes into the fucking school. All the kids and the teacher are like brutally
crushed.
There's fire everywhere. There's broken glass and all that stuff. And Nathan is just unscathed.
Yeah, little kid Nathan just unreacting.
And we just cut to the title card there.
Cut to the intro.
That's where it goes.
Then we cut, after that we cut back and we see Florida is in a political crisis. Governor Kip Slaughter has been like a bad-mouthing Nathan Explosion, saying, they're just musicians. And everyone is like losing their minds, going crazy. Because the city wanted a national holiday is the reason that they're going crazy.
Yeah, they wanted like a Nathan Explosion holiday or something.
Yeah.
And this guy is, being a political leader. And as all this is happening, the band is just watching this on the television while Nathan Explosion is just eating chips. My God, I fucking love chips. And Charles just walks in and he's just like, the president would like you to do something about this because, your rabid fans are going to murder this man literally because all he did was badmouth you.
Yeah, they say like the crowd is beating the guy up and like even his daughter, who's a fan of Dethklok, is like beating him up in the video. Yeah. Nathan says,
and of course, Nathan is upset because, he's eating fucking chips. But, they finally get to a press conference and he's like, wait, what am I supposed to say here? What am I? Oh, yeah, right. The governor of Florida. Apparently he badmouthed me because he wouldn't get. Well, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Am I right? Just fuck him. Fuck that guy. And then we cut to like a news report where he is literally getting brutally murdered.
Yep,
in front of everyone.
The crowd is tearing him apart, and like even his daughter's like stabbing him with like something, and then on his forehead it's like, oh no, they're writing dildo on the corpse.
Yeah, and
classic.
It's like they are literally ripping him apart, and the governor is now dead. And then we cut to the death bus where Nathan still eating potato chips. Charles is like, hey, the governor literally got murdered because you like badmouthed him. Is there anything you want to do about this? And everyone in the band is like, dude, why the fuck? I mean, he was just he was a dick, and he's just like, yeah, our fans are like really, really loyal, and they're fucking crazy.
Yeah, and they also say that people are like nominating Nathan to be the new governor in the meantime.
Yeah, it's just like, and opposite's like, anything you want to add to this? No? Okay, I tried. Yeah. Turns on the news.
The band says like, why are you ever on our side, Charles? Like, you just like, I am on your side. I'm trying to help you guys. You guys should do something.
Yeah, I'm trying to do this. And of course, just typical like, wow, this is just like, turns on the news. And what was it? It was like a write-in like majority landslide. Nathan Explosion is now the governor of Florida. Governor of Florida. Governor of Florida. Then we cut to the tribunal, where Senator Stampington is just like, it appears that Nathan Explosion is now the governor of Florida. Crocier's like, isn't there something we can do? Can we like not have this happen? And fucking Voltaire's like, think of what the people will do. And so the senator goes, I think it's time I declare a purple alert. And for like almost a minute straight, it's just flashing purple. Where I think some guy just took the microphone going, boo.
He's like, boo.
Yeah, that's what it was. Boo. Boo. It's just like, it literally, it's like awkward for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, everyone's looking around.
And then of course, cut to like, them in Florida where everyone's the fans are cheering, and Nathan's like, oh shit, I'm fucked right now, aren't I? It's like, well, I mean, you have to go out and, you gotta be a governor now. And everyone's like, wait, what are you talking? Toki's like, dude, you could be the cool governor. Dude, Toki, you're stupid. You have to, like, sign governor forms, and you gotta wear, like, suit and tie like a bunch of dildos. Yes, you're stupid, Toki. And Toki's like, dude, you could literally order anyone to do things. And even Charles is like, actually, Toki's got a point.
Yeah, just say like,
this
yeah,
could
Toki's like, all you guys ever do is complain, and they're like, yeah, complaining's cool.
Yeah, right. Complaining is cool, and then of course Charles is like, no, like, I mean, it does have its perks, and Nathan's like, wait, you mean I could like, do all this stuff, be hungry, power hungry, and like control all the money, and like put everyone in
Put his
like
friends in
fuck
charge
the
of
economy
everything.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, put my friends in charge of everything, and I mean, and Charles is like, I mean, technically, on paper, you could. So, what was it?
They changed the state, or like, well, yeah, Murderface is like, I want to be in charge of the National Guard. He's like, you got it.
That's what it was, yeah. And then, Toki's like, I want to help people. You got it. And, fucking Pickles wants to be the ambassador of China.
Yeah, you
like,
got it.
You got it. And, of course, Squizgar's like, dude, fuck you guys. I don't want to be a part of this. Hey, Florida has the highest percentage of, old ladies. So you could be in charge of, and Squizgar's like, all right, I want to be in charge of the things that you just said.
Yeah.
Cut to fucking, like, just a montage.
Yeah, they changed
like,
the state flag to just like a big giant gun on a guns on a flag.
Guns on a flag. They like
cut to Toki.
Change the police car to like something like super fucking spiky and like metal and shit.
Toki's just like sitting in an office, like he has an assistant. He's like, "Oh boy, I'm an assistant. I can't wait to help people. But first, move that cup over there. No, not there. There, over there." He just keeps like,
and fucking like
ordering assistants to do nothing.
Squizgar's having fun with old ladies.
Yeah, Murderface is leading the National Guard. He's just telling them to blow stuff up.
Yeah, right. And then of course the sorry, words and stuff. Pickles going to a strip club with like Chinese ambassadors, like, this is how we do it in America.
Welcome to my country.
We even have Nathan like, everyone's gonna be rich because we're gonna make money.
Yeah.
We're gonna make our own dollar bill. Why didn't I think about this? Working sucks and everything like that.
Yeah,
and
why don't we just print more money?
Yeah, right. And then the Clocketeers start throwing money as you see, like, millions have lost their jobs. Crime rate is up 20,000%.
Yeah, 20,000%.
The money that he printed is absolutely useless.
Yep, Toki is still having the guy move his cup back and forth, not helping at all.
And of course Nathan comments up, Toki, your boner's showing.
Mm.
And then of course, like, we see like outside the strip club, we see not Toki, Pickles and one of the Chinese, Pickles and one of the Chinese like ambassador guys are outside, and he's like, dude, it's okay. She just OD'd. I'm like sitting here like, oh my god, we're literally doing the OD hooker trope, aren't we?
Yeah, of course. There's also he's like, oh my god, she's dead. Oh my god. And then this is like newspaper says alligator attacks are on the rise.
Everything's going to shit, really. And then of course we cut to like, it's really stormy and everything in Florida, and it's just like everyone walks in to Nathan in the office.
It says the governor's mansion is in anarchy. Yeah, the governor's mansion is in anarchy.
Yeah, it's in total anarchy. All of these shit's happening, and of course, Nathan's like, where are my chips?
Yeah, where are those chips at?
This doesn't look for my, administration, but at least we're gonna be, performing that concert. Yeah, we're gonna be performing that concert, and then outside, as it's starting to get really stormy, we're talking like, it's daytime, and the clouds are like pitch black, kind of bad storm, and where we get one of my favorite songs on the Death album too, Impeach God.
Impeach God.
Yeah, and as he's singing, the winds pick up and everything, and a storm hits, and you hear someone like, it's a hurricane.
Yep.
And all of a sudden we see Dethklok with Charles standing in like some kind of like weather area. It's like, get me the weather bureau. We're literally standing in here, sir. Excellent, outstanding, good. Destroy the hurricane. We can't destroy the hurricane. Knock it off course. No, we can't do that either. Yeah, it's like, do you want to do a emergency broadcast thing? And everyone's like, oh, dude, I hate that thing with the beeps and this. And then the guy who runs the weather bureau is like, they stole that, sir. They literally like dismantled it and took it with them.
Yeah, they asked,
Wow.
like, what the hell do you guys even do here? It's like, well, we named the hurricanes. It's like, well, we have nothing to do. Like, well, we've tried everything. And then Murderface says, well, not everything.
Yeah,
And then,
like, at first he's like, not everything.
Yeah.
And they all stare at him as this, well, I mean, not everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you want? What do you want to name the hurricanes, sir? And Nathan's just like, name it Scrambles.
Yeah.
Scrambles,
the death dealer.
And all of a sudden, like, we just get a montage of Scrambles, the death dealer, destroying all of Florida.
Yeah, it's ripping people's skin off.
Mutilation.
Cars being thrown. Yeah. Absolutely brutal.
Cars are thrown, people are impaled, literal, like, someone getting literally naturally flayed in, like, just because of the winds and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then after all is said and done, you see one person in the goddamn, like, I don't know, town square or something like that.
Yeah.
As Nathan's like, I think I left Florida in a better state than I brought it in. In which case we see like a giant monster truck getting chased by a police officer, and it's the fucking weird old normal Floridian guy,
Yeah.
only older, runs over the one person, gets shot to death by a police officer. And
Oh yeah, we
then,
also
like,
forgot
you know,
early on
just-
when he crashed into the school before like the police like shot out his eye, and then like at the end now he has like an eye patch on, and his other eye gets shot out.
And then the other eye gets shot and everything. And you know, as all of this, we see all of the disarray of Florida, and then the last thing we see is a statue of Nathan. And we see a guy in a wheelchair with a guy behind him, and the guy in the wheelchair is like, best fucking governor of Florida ever. The guy pushing the wheelchair just pulls out a gun, shoots him in the back of the head.
Yeah, and the episode ends.
And that's where the episode ends. So Matt,
Yeah.
have you ever been to Florida before?
I go to Florida probably almost once a year to go to Universal Studios and Disney World. Yeah.
Oh, seriously?
Hell yeah. It's yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. It's insane. Yeah, the Florida Man meme of that. Have you been there recently?
Not recently. I think the most recent time was like about 5 years ago.
Okay, yeah, just like it's an insane state. Like beyond the political, it's just the insanity of the stories that come out of there because everyone's a fucking crazy meth head. So it's very funny.
Now, see, my next one, my follow up question, which surprisingly enough was, so how, on a scale of 1 to it's absolutely true, how real is the Florida Man thing? But you already answered that, because yes, any of you who are listening that are from Florida, they know. The Florida people know.
Yeah.
That those jokes about the Florida Man, all those memes and stuff, it's true. A lot of people, not everyone. Florida does have very good places, and I do have some family that live in Florida. Mind you.
I was gonna say.
Be that.
I was gonna say. Well,
that as
do you
it
have any
may,
like
this
personal
holy shit.
stories of the Florida people? Because I know two. I know.
Nothing
yeah.
insane. Nothing insane. I just noticed that a lot of them are. How do the kids say it these days? Tweaked out.
Yeah, I was gonna say the podcast Cox and Crendor with Jesse Cox and Wow Crendor they have like a Florida Man section that they did for like years, but they just like read random articles that they find about like insane cartoonish stuff that Florida Men did. Obviously, yeah, I know two examples, personal, like one semi-personally. One of our friends, I'm going to be vague about this on purpose. One of our friends has a spouse who's from Florida, and when I attended their wedding, their father, who's like, there for the wedding and traveled all the way up here to Cleveland, was like wearing a white tank top, the like A-frame undershirt, the like, the other colloquially badly known as a white beater t-shirt.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I was wearing that like in attendance to the wedding all the way up here, like all the Florida people. Another funny example from that same person. They used to work at like a sports store, and like they sold like I think BB guns as well as like real equipment and stuff like that. Someone came into their store and while they were in Florida, bought a like fake gun, no ammo, and then subsequently was trying to mug people in the parking lot of that same store with the fake gun.
Wow.
Like, I've heard these directly from the person. I assume, Ben, you know who I'm talking about.
No, I don't. And for the sake of, so like keeping it a secret, we're going to keep it that way. Looks left, looks right, starts sweating a little bit. I have no idea which friend's spouse you're talking about. I have no idea.
Yeah, but just like
I know who you're talking about.
Of course.
And like I said, you're being vague.
But they're absolutely
like,
wonderful. They're absolutely amazingly
wow.
wonderful person. But it's just like, yeah, that state just has a lot of funny stuff coming out of it.
It does. Yeah, like just wow. A lot of the decisions they make and everything like that. Just. Yeah, so when I saw this episode, I'm like, so this is just typical Florida.
Also, yeah, it's finally established that that's where Nathan's from, which is fun. I don't remember. I actually know probably way back in the Parent Clock or whatever the episode was. They probably mentioned that the family was from Florida. I'm sure way back then.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah. But either way, I mean, he was the class president of his second grade class, and the Florida man was there. So. Yeah, it was stated in a previous episode that he is actually from Florida.
Yeah. Oh man, it's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Did you see
was insane.
Another fun example? Did you watch The Good Place, right? I know you and our friend podcast Chris.
I've seen season 1.
Yeah. The one dude from Florida, I forgot his name.
Fuck, I do.
The goofy dude, yeah. He's like the one like Asian character on the main cast. He's fucking amazingly funny. He's pretty much a stereotypical Florida man. Do you know what I'm talking about though? The character, right?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can imagine, I can picture him, but I just do not know who you're talking. Like, I do not know the name off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. I would say he was an absolutely amazing character. I forgot, but yeah, he like so many funny ass fucking Florida man bits that I just could not. He was just fantastic. But also, let's see, the character Jason.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the funniest written characters on an already hilariously comedic show. But I just wanted to shout him out because you didn't watch the Star Wars show The Acolyte, did you?
No, not yet.
Okay. He plays spoiler. If you're gonna watch the show, watch it. It got a bad rap by assholes online, but it's a pretty decent, really fun Jedi focused show. He plays a fucking Sith Lord, and he is terrifyingly awesome and powerful in that show. That same actor who plays goofy ass Jason in The Good Place, he plays a Sith, and he is badass as hell. Like, he is incredible.
That's cool. See, I like it when people can be versatile like that, you know?
Yeah, but yeah, he's a very hilarious Florida man in that show.
Right. Excellent. But yeah, actually, surprisingly enough, speaking of Florida, we're gonna talk about a sport in Florida.
Sport. It's like the national pastime. It's number one sport.
I mean, sure, whatever. I mean, you just keep on telling yourself that, buddy.
Okay.
Here in episode 11 of season 2,
Dethrace.
We start off at a NASCAR event.
Hell yeah.
And where Murderface has the high honor of playing the national anthem. So, what does he do? He plays the national anthem on his base with his dick.
Yep.
As he's known to do many times.
Yeah, he's done it before on the episodes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, as he's doing that, we see the guys watching this, and Pickles is like, dude, this is fucking gross. We've seen this shit before. And Nathan's like, no, we promised we were gonna watch it. And immediately we get cut to a fucking special report on the news where Squizgar and Toki are drunk off their asses, shooting up fucking shots at police helicopters, driving on the highway. And of course they're like, whoa, what the fuck? Yeah, this is actually fucking awesome, actually.
Yeah, we see
Then
them
we cut to
shooting.
the,
They're shooting
yeah.
Up in the sky, and then Toki shoots out the camera, and then that's like when the intro starts.
Yep. And then we cut back to the Dethklok minute.
Mm-hmm.
The host, who is visibly scarred thanks to the episode of PR Pickles because of the whole meteor incident.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's like, yeah, it's fun. It's funny because they're in trouble, but because it's Dethklok, they don't get to get any charges. The court found them not guilty with the stipulation.
Oh, do you see the officer's name?
Oh, yeah. Officer Goathorn.
Officer James Goathorn says, well, since Dethklok, we kind of decided to let them go. And if they decide to go to, or if they choose to have to go to driving school.
Yeah, and so, like, they have to go to driving school in order to keep the not guilty. Oh, and also Murderface's national anthem performance was preempted. Bye!
Sorry, Murderface. Good luck next time.
Yeah, good luck. Sorry, it sucks. But yeah, so Murderface is absolutely pissed off about this.
Yeah, he's like, maybe I should play behind the amp. It increase our album sales.
And of course, Charles is sitting here like,
He's like, I want the spotlight for once. Don't I deserve the spotlight? He's like talking in the mirror.
Yeah, right. And of course, Charles is just, everything good, buddy? While Squizgar and Toki, they're like, yeah, we're in a crappy moods right now because we have the charity event that we were supposed to do, but now we have to get our licenses. And of course, he's like, so here's what we can do. We could have you guys drive because you have to go to the driving school, and we can make Murderface, he can run the whole thing. Like, he can set up everything with this charity event.
He can produce it, make him feel better.
Yeah, that's right. He can produce it, make him feel better. You guys can get your driving things, and you can really just you can drive in it, and everything will be all right. Everything will be great. So one of my favorite parts is just Nathan drops off fucking Squizguard.
Oh, you forgot during the producer thing, we forgot that Pickles and Nathan aren't just 100% not paying attention to what Charles is saying they need to do. And they completely checked out of it. Sure.
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's hey, do something. Say something. Says the thing. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Sorry, one of my dogs just wandered in here.
Which one?
Zuko, my fat little Chiweenie.
Oh, Zuko did.
Yeah.
That's nice. Well then, we get Nathan dropping off Squizguard Toki. He's just like, all right, guys, got your lunches. You're gonna do fine. Everything's gonna be good. All right, call me when you need to get picked up, and don't talk to strangers.
Yeah, dropping them off like they're going to driving school. It's very cute. Yeah, it's very funny.
He's like, yeah, there's some fucking weirdos out there, and then they both leave. While we get, Toki and Squizgar going to Gojira's driving school, which is a nod to the metal band Gojira.
Hell yeah. I think I brought them up last week.
Wait, what's up?
I think I brought them up last episode of the show.
Oh, I think you did, actually.
Yeah, very funny.
Well, anyway, so, Squizgar and Toki are like, yeah, I bet you I can be the better driver. No, I bet you I can be the better driver. And, they're eager to start, and so, just, that's gonna be fun. So, back at Mordhouse, Murderface is wanting to do a NASCAR
type. Come on.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Okay. NASCAR type.
Theatrical hybrid event with cars.
Yeah, with cars, yeah. And Charles is like, okay, look, I'm confused here. You want to do a NASCAR-type theatrical hybrid event with cars. So what? No, look. It's like medieval time. Oh, so there's
it's a car race.
And jousting and... No, it's that...
Well, maybe.
With cars,
It's like, well, maybe.
I'm just like Charles is like, what the fuck are you talking about? While Murderface is like, this is gonna be more than just a race. It's a car event.
And he's like, Pickles. Nathan, you guys have anything to say about this? And they just like, not really.
Yeah, said the thing, and of course Charles is just like, great, thanks.
He says also this has nothing to do with music.
Yeah, right. It's like this has nothing to do with music at all. It's like, are you really on board with this? And they're just again just like, Well, anyway, cutting back to the driving
Oh,
lessons,
Murderface also
we
says
actually get.
that you guys are all just jealous of him, and he kind of like storms off. But there's a quick
Oh,
tribunal
right,
scene.
yeah. Huh?
There's a quick tribunal scene now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So the tribunal talk about the NASCAR type theatrical hybrid event, and then they bring back a character from like early I think season 1, Dr. Gibbons, the Murderface expert.
Yep, Dr. Gibbets, and he's like, he talks about like, oh, this is all about Murderface, and he has a fragile ego because he's a bass player. He usually says he's unloved, inadequate, worthless, and then he's like keeps describing him in like very like it's just like he's a Cro-Magnon brow, and like just
He says that Murderface specifically has like a devolved form of Murderface, Cro-Magnon brow, distended jaw, clammy hands, back pimples, hitchhiker thumbs, hammer ass,
fallen arches,
chicken plucked legs, eczema style skin,
yeah, and dry unkempt
triangle
hair. And of course, like he's like Murderface will try to be in control and overcome his insecurities, but this will be overtaken by his dominant laziness, lack of concentration, and possible bipolar disorder, which are all likely to become a disaster for this NASCAR event.
NASCAR type theatrical hybrid event.
Yeah. Yes, I wanted to like sum it down a little bit, but yeah, it's the NASCAR
type.
NASCAR type theatrical hybrid event with cars. Meanwhile, at Gojira's driving school, we get to meet the teacher, and I mean, he's a very stereotypical Asian man.
Yeah,
he's
name
like,
Mr. Gojira.
Right, I'm gonna show you this video. It's called Crash Site on the corner of Blood Street and Guts Circle. It's old, but it's very, very graphic. So you watch now. And it's like one of those old 70s, like 70s,
yeah,
really bad condition, barely heard audio, but it's just like really detailed, gory, like car crashes and shit like that are scaring Toki and like Squizgar. Like, oh my god! It's like, yeah, looks like Mary won't need to have her appointment anymore. And it's just like really fucking brutal.
Yeah,
like,
very graphic descriptions of all these dead people. Look at that! Wow, look at that one.
Yeah, right. Back at Morden House, Murderface is, stabbing his desk with his hunting knife, and Charles is like, "So, what you doing in here, buddy?" And Murderface is like, "I'm working on the NASCAR type hybrid event."
Theatrical.
Like, oh, really? Yeah, yeah. You're doing a good. You're like, yeah. I'm doing all the things. Doing all. Well. When I walk in here, it looks like you have no fucking clue what you're doing, and it looks like you're not doing anything. And of course, he's like, "Well, I'm doing things."
Yeah.
Like,
have you done anything on the schedule?
Well, yep. Schedule's good. It's okay. We got a press conference in 5 minutes. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. And you have to explain what's going on. Oh, and we also need to sign do the insurance stuff, which we're gonna do after this. Yeah, good.
Yep. It's all taken care of.
Yeah, and of course, back at the training school, Toki is starting to drive with Mr. Gojira, while Squizgar's in the back seat, and of course, the traffic is heavy. Like it is like you can't really leave or anything like that. And Mr. Gojira's like, "All right, it's your turn. You go move now." And of course, Toki's like, "No,
I'm gonna let him go. I'll let this guy go. I'll let this guy go."
Yeah, and of course, like a whole bunch of insisting, and Toki's like, really like, "Oh my god, I can't do this." And Mr. Gojira's berating him to the point where even Squizgar's like, "Dude, don't be mean to Toki's. Leave him alone." And like Toki's like crying and everything.
Starts
Meanwhile, At the press conference, Murderface is really nervous because he's never been in charge before. So Pickles is like, yeah, dude, take this. I take this when I need to calm down, right? Yeah, okay, you take this and you'll be great. Murderface takes it and like starts slurring and like getting really fucking high. Nathan's like, wait, is this a good idea? I mean, he starts to slur and everything, and Pickles is like, no, dude, this is speed mixed with angel dust to counteract the load, Oh, and there's like a hint of coke and like a splash of acid. Just for shits and giggles.
I would say,
So,
I'm curious they didn't bring
Murderface's-
back the totally awesome Sweet Alabama Liquid Snake because when he acted like
right?
he was on.
I was hoping they would do that too, but no. Literally, Murderface is high off of like just about.
Yeah,
everything
he's like eyes are
now.
completely going. He's like he's like completely out of his mind.
And people were like, "Wait a minute, so is this supposed to be like this kind of event?" And he's
Like, so let me get this straight. This is some kind of NASCAR type theatrical hybrid event, and then he's just like completely mumbling. Yeah, it's very funny. Very, very cool.
And of course,
scene.
Nathan's just like, hey, yeah, did you give him too much? And Pickles is like, yeah, no, I gave him the same amount, that I would take when I relax. It's like, oh yeah, he's not really taking the pressure. He's like, he's not really doing well with the pressure. Yeah, you're right. Maybe we should make him shit his pants. It's like, wait. And then, of course, Mr. Gojiro's like, you both failed. You both can't get your driver's license. And they're all like, wait, what? But that's impossible. It's like, Toki literally sat there, did absolutely nothing, and you just wouldn't even get behind the wheel. And of course, driving is scary and everything. And they like call Mr. Gojiro a racist and everything because they're Scandinavian and he's Asian. So he's like, you know what, fuck you two, I'm leaving. And of course they're like, oh, well, we gotta drive the double-necked guitar.
Get car. Yeah, get cars.
Get cars at the say it again, Matt.
The NASCAR type theatrical hybrid event.
With cars.
Yeah, with cars.
So, meaning, as that happens, we get to the event. We finally get to see this event where Dethklok, minus Murderface, perform a song.
Yeah.
One of the unreleased songs, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Which is called Race to Death.
Race to Death.
And yeah, right. And so they're performing, and like during this whole thing, we get like a wizard character giving an introduction.
Yeah, very
1
funny.
trillion hexcades ago, in an ancient, faraway netherverse, dwelled an ancient alien civilization devoted to making steel beasts with wheels of fire and engines like pulsing devil hearts. Who is worthy of these hell contraptions? They were cars. And then we have hold on a second. We got Tom Nathan, Falcon Grabber on the black team.
Mm-hmm.
Uno von Galaxer from the purple team. Hans Engineheart on the yellow team. And Maxazillion Wheelazar from the green team. And I'm just like, okay, those are fucking names.
Yeah, very fucking
And of course,
funny.
like in any NASCAR type theatrical
Hybrid.
type hybrid events, gentlemen, start your engines. So people are in like
You hear that?
fantasy costumes.
Someone was just revving their engine outside when you said that. If I picked up on the radio.
That was fucking hilarious. I hope that gets picked up.
Oh yeah.
I hope that gets picked up so we can they can hear that. So drivers are in fantasy outfits, and at the start of this quote unquote race, while Squizgar and Toki wait for their cue, Murderface is literally like rubbing his ass on the fucking racetrack like a fucking dog with worms.
Yeah, literally still high.
Very drugged. And then of course, one of the drivers sees him, swerves to crash. Toki and Squizgar accelerate on the double neck git car, flying over the racetrack and crashing to a fire-spewing dragon. Everything fucking happens. But above all else, Murderface is playing his guitar, his bass, in front of an empty stadium while Nathan and Pickles are like commenting on how much of a catastrophe it is, and then we finally end it with Murderface shitting his pants.
Yep, man, shit your pants. Yeah, shit my pants. He shits his pants.
Yeah, yep, and then Murderface shits his pants, and that's where the episode ends.
Very, very funny episode.
Oh my fucking god! There was not a lot to go into this one, but my god, a lot happened. I loved just seeing Murderface high off his fucking ass on virtually everything because Pickles.
Yeah, very fucking funny.
My god! So
yeah,
Matt,
yeah.
have you been to a NASCAR event?
No, I haven't actually. I think maybe when I was a kid, I went to a monster truck rally once. Like years and years ago. I mean, it would have been like over 25 years ago, probably at this point. But like,
right.
But yeah, I think I may have went to. Yeah, I think maybe when I was a little kid, there was a monster truck event back when I was like very tiny child. Other than that, no, I've never been to a NASCAR, let alone a NASCAR type theatrical hybrid event with cars.
Yeah, right. I've never been to a NASCAR type theatrical hybrid event with cars, but nor have I been to like a NASCAR thing or Indy 500. But before this whole wave of like everyone needs to not be violent kind of thing hit, at my county fair, in at the Wyandotte County Fair actually, there was an event that it was technically like for like teen and older, but I got to sneak in anyway when I was a kid. But they had a demolition derby event.
Nice.
Every year for a while, and I actually got to go to one, and wow, yeah, just holy shit is all I could say.
Yeah. Have you do you particularly care for like racing games at all? Like the Forza or any of those?
I mean, if by racing game you mean like maybe Mario Kart.
Okay, yeah, none of the like realistic ones.
Or Crash Team Racing. But no, I don't really. I'm really
Sonic
not
R.
like a realistic sports game kind of guy.
Yeah. Me neither, not particularly. I haven't played a racing game in forever. I used to play Burnout and then Burnout Paradise. Fucking incredible series, incredible game. Have you seen any of the movies like Ford versus Ferrari or the new Brad Pitt movie F1 coming out?
No, because once again, not really my interest.
Yeah, not personally, not even in the slightest to me either.
I mean, the closest thing to a fucking racing movie that I've seen, and this is stretching it, was that one time when you and Matt and Chris and
Matt.
like what? Yeah, sorry. You're right. You be Matt. Yes. You and Ed and Chris and I watched fucking one of the Fast and Furious movies together.
Oh, when the hell was that?
Oh, ages ago. Like I think it was before Ed got married.
Okay, yeah, I went a long ass time ago then.
Wait, no. It was either that or it was like they were freshly married or something like that. I don't fucking know. Either way, because I remember because every fucking time they talked about family, you and Ed with the goddamn 12-pack of Corona with limes in it. Mi familia.
Mi familia. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Did you do like driving school at all?
Surprisingly enough, no. I actually got my license, license and stuff much after it was like my mid-20s actually. I was a late bloomer when it came to it. I did not. Yeah.
No, I was like, go ahead. I asked you first.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say for me it was my dad was like, here's the book, study it, and I never studied it, and I passed the fucking what's the thing you get, permit.
Yeah.
I passed the permit test easily, got my permit, and I went to get my to my driving, my first driving test, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do the driving perfectly. I did the maneuverability
Yeah.
with superb excellence. And I had to retake the driving portion of the test, not the maneuverability. Because I failed because I did a rolling stop.
Oh, rolling stop. I still do those
And
exclusively now.
And then the second time was easy because maneuverability I passed, so I didn't have to do that again.
Mm-hmm.
So then the second time I did the driving part, I was very fucking careful and easily got my fucking driver's license.
Hell yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, I didn't get my license until I was 23. Kind of that was after college and everything, because I had to ride a bus all throughout college and like shit like that. I walked home from school every day back in like high school and middle school and stuff like that because we lived so close to the school. So yeah, I didn't get mine until 23. The like maneuverability test, I think I may have like bumped the left windshield, the rear view mirror, like a little bit on the little cone thing, but they didn't dock me enough points to fail me. And yeah, everything else I did fine. Of course I didn't need to go to school or anything like that. Thank God, that shit sucks. But
so I've heard.
Yeah, it sucks. It's sort of boring and all, but like there's people who don't have anybody to help teach them. So my family just had my sister who was driving since she was 16. She got her like the permit when she was like 14 or 15 because she wanted to drive so fucking bad. So she was driving me for my like those long ass time until I got my license. So her and my parents just taught me at that 23 to get my thing, and it was pretty easy. Then as I was gonna say, back in high school though, like the video they showed, what was it called? The blood on the pavement, or I'm sorry, the crash site.
Oh yeah, blood on the.
No, crash site at the corner of Blood Street and Gut Circle is a reference to the actual thing, blood on the pavement. Did you watch that in school?
Yeah. Oh, what, blood on the pavement?
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah.
We watched it once.
Same.
Wow. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, dude, we're not even in driving school. What the fuck?
Yeah, you had to watch it in high school just so you'd know to not be irresponsible. I remember me and Ed's school, which I know you went to like a pretty, well-off school. They like brought in an actual real crashed car and like dumped it on like the front of the school, like in this like the grassy area to like show how fucked up a car gets when it in a crash, just to scare everybody to not drink and stuff during.
Dude, we had the because our high school was right across from where the fairgrounds were, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had to actually walk over from the high school to the fairgrounds to literally watch a reenactment of a car crash.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here, they even had like the guy on fire and everything like that, and I'm just sitting here, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's why neither of us drove for like decade after.
I mean, they were all actors and they were all doing. Like,
obviously,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
it was a hell of a time.
Yeah, very funny.
But speaking of a hell of a time, we are nearing the end of this recording, and well, speaking of explosions and lots of violence and shit. Let us continue on to our final episode of this recording, episode 12 of season 2.
The Revengencers. Opens up.
We start off at one of the
a commercial
many
for
Duncan Hills copies.
Duncan Hills.
Yeah. Apparently there is a $14.99 kind of fucking like special edition Duncan Hills coffee Dethklok mug thing.
And the new Norwegian Black and Blood brew.
Right. And then of course you see like so many people, like you see like, a guy's like, dude, give me money. No, I can't.
Yeah,
dude.
some teens talking about using their parents' card to buy coffee or buy the new mug.
Yeah, right. And then of course there's like a man like, talking to another guy where it's like, yeah, I was there for the original Duncan Hills coffee. It's just like, it's just so like
it was a Bash Fiero Massacre Fest, I think, right?
Yeah. I had to take my daughter's trust fund just to go there. It's like
it was brutal. The guy's like, no way, brutal. Yeah. There's like a bunch of fans. He's like, yeah. And you got any stories? Like, no, but hopefully I'll find I did go to this other concert. And he's like, you a fake fan. He's just like being an asshole fanboy.
Right, and then of course as all.
Oh no,
This
he said
happens,
he said the guys, like, after he said he went to the original Bass Furo Massacre Fest, the other guy said no, but I did make my little sister drink motor oil because she said she didn't like Dethklok, and the guy's like, come on, come back when you have a real Dethklok story.
right? Yeah, it's just like what the fuck, dude. But then as all this is happening, there's like a random ass man like who's like puts a book bag underneath.
Not a
one of
random
the
ass
chairs.
man. It's the teen from the downloading music episode.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But he like puts it underneath the underneath one of the chairs and runs out of the store, and it explodes.
Yep, huge bombing, and that's when we hit that intro.
Yep. And then of course after the intro, a spokesman for Duncan Hill's Coffee is just like, it was just a gas problem.
A natural
It won't
gas
happen
explosion.
again. Yeah, natural gas explosion. We're I'd like to invite you to try our newest coffee, and thus we get the tribunal, who's just like, well, apparently this wasn't a natural gas explosion. It was, and of course, like General Crozier's talking about how someone's actually been planting bombs here, and one that we've seen some photos and some like eyewitness recordings, and we find out that Edgar Yamfru, one of the two Yamfru brothers from the fucking death fan like fans episode, is behind all of these attacks,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like some random kid, aka the kid from the pirating episode,
Mm-hmm.
who's wearing like a skin mask of his brother, just like going around helping them, and of course they're like, well, and they also point out the Metal Mask Assassin, who Crozier's like, yeah, he's the brother of one of our agents that we brought in, who really wants Dethklok dead, kind of thing.
Yep. And as we cut back to the band watching an ad for the fans who were hurt in the they call it some kind of specific natural gas explosions. It was not the Dethklok. They say like Duncan Hill's natural gas explosion victims. That they need a hospital.
Right.
And they need people to donate money to build this hospital for them. The band is like, oh, come on, pandering. Yeah, come on, this is so pandering. Oh, to do the about this. Like, well, I mean, you guys could have some compassion. These guys were hurt trying to get your coffee mugs. And they're just kind of like, oh.
Hey, you want to know compassion?
Yeah.
Nathan's just like, I got this fucking summer cold.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem.
Yeah, the whole
That's
band feels like,
podcast-
okay, so that's you can
summer
sympathize with. You can sympathize with the guy who had his arms blown off. Like, yeah, summer colds are the worst. Just a band actually being asshole idiots.
And then after all this is happening,
And you're like, oh, I think I'm getting sick too. Oh no, and they think
Oh yeah,
sneezing.
I was going to say that it's all psychosemantics, but I'm starting to get some runny nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then so they all like start getting sick, but then we cut to Yamfru and the masked assassin, and it's just like, Yamfru's like, everything is going according to plan. You seem a little off, my friend. What troubles you? And the Metal Mask Assassin has a picture of Charles. He's like, this man, he needs to die for the world to see. And of course, Yamfru's just like, patience. We will strike when the time is right, kind of thing. And of course, like he's like trying to have this monologue as he's like trying to maneuver his like fucking picky up, moves his body kind of thing, in like a fucking stupid, silly ass way. But he's like, pretty much like, don't worry. We'll attack when we attack at the hospital performance. That's going to be our newest place to strike. That way Dethklok can be no more.
Yeah.
And then we cut to Dethklok at the doctor. And they're like, guys, you're not dying. You're just having a cold.
Yep.
Have you guys never had a cold before? And it's like, no, we've never. I think we might have had. It's like, guys, just don't drink, don't party, relax. It'll pass. Idiots.
Yeah, go to a sauna and
hit the
sweat it
sauna
out.
or something. Yeah, go to a sauna or something. And of course, we see them in a sauna. It's like, wow, it's kind of hot in here. It's like, well, yeah, it's a sauna. And Murderface is like reading a medieval like.
Pickles also snuck in some booze, even though he told them not to drink while they're in there.
Yeah, right. And Murderface has like this book on medieval like medical treatments. He's like, guys. Did you know that there's this thing where you can put leeches on your body?
Oh, they also mentioned all you got to do is pass a baby under a bridge and then you'll be cured. Like, I thought you just noticed
no, it was under a horse. It was a baby under a horse 3 times.
Yeah,
it's like, well, we can't do that. So why don't we like try this whole leeches thing? And like you see a lot of people like them like being like, oh look, I'm Elvis Presley. Oh, I'm like just being really fucking stupid. And Murderface is like,
they're using it as facial hair. Like some of them have like what's it called? Nathan has like the Guy Fawkes mustache and goatee, and then like they like putting
right.
Yeah.
And like Squizgar had like the Elvis sideburns, as well as like later on he has like the fucking Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, I'm Charlie Chaplin
mustache.
Yeah, he's like, you're Hitler. Yeah, and he said, hey, why don't you do Leech Al Jolson? Murderface just slaps a giant amount of things. He's like, maybe I'm rather baby. Like, oh, Al Jolson, that's a real performer right there.
It is, yeah. And they're like, yeah, he was iconic. He was like one of the better entertainers. And then of course Murderface is like, guys, we can literally do this thing. It's called bloodletting. We cut ourselves open, let the bad blood leave our bodies so that the new blood can be good. You get us some bloodletting knives and some buckets. So they are in a sauna.
Yep.
They are having leeches on their faces and drinking their blood while they're bloodletting, all at the same time. Needless to say, after this whole thing, and after we get like this thing like a slow motion like
their voices like they're like, oh guys, I don't feel so
please
good.
makes the blood stop. Please makes the blood stop. It's like something like you would like to think they were on a fucking acid trip, but they're just losing a lot of blood.
They're just dying. And then they all pass out.
And then we cut back to them with like fucking IVs of new blood. Like just sitting there, just Charles. So guys, ready to do that performance? And it's like no one fucking answers.
Yeah.
So like we cut to the hospital and we see like, Dethklok. They are fucking sick. And of course, we see like a van pull up where we see like the masked assassin,
the Revengencers.
Like, and the Revengencers and everything, just like getting ready for the attack, right? And meanwhile, a fucking Dethklok are in like the explosion like wing of the hospital. Where it's like, hey, we kind of feel bad for you, but at the same time we're really fucking sick, so we can't really feel bad for you. And so and then it's like time for the performance.
Like, yeah, okay, we're just giving you guys a heads up. This is gonna be a really bad performance. We have a summer cold, so don't expect a lot. Okay, yeah, we're gonna really have to phone it in.
Yeah, right.
Let's do one song. Yeah, let's give one song and we'll get out of here. Right? And it's just like really.
Yeah.
All these people are like missing arms and limbs and burn victims and all kinds of horrible tragedies have happened to these people, and they're just like, yeah, we're gonna phone it in. We'll just do one song and then we'll get out of here. And it's like, yeah, we're really not feeling it. Very, very terrible.
And thus they perform from the second Death album, Death Support, which has the best starting lyrics ever. And the first lyrics you ever get from this song are pull the plug.
Yeah, pull the plug. Isn't that an alternate name for the song too, or what? I feel like.
I don't think there is an alternate name.
I thought it was pull the plug for a second. Yeah, they wrote that in my thing.
Yeah, but either way, it's just like and as they're performing this song, we see the Revengencers are they go for the attack.
Yeah, infiltrating the hospital.
And of course, like the masked assassin finds Charles and they duke it out, while like a lot of the Clocketeers are killing the shit out of the Revengencers. You see, fucking,
I mean, not really. Not really. The Revengencers kind of sneaking through, and then they're like preparing to attack, and the hospital patients see like, hey, they're trying to attack Dethklok, and then they beat up Edgar Jean-Fru.
Yeah. Jean-Fru gets like his face gnawed.
Yeah, he's like, don't you get it? He made you into monsters, and they're just like, fuck you. We love Dethklok, even if they're responsible for this that happened to them. And yeah, they like bites Edgar's nose, and they're just like, yeah, beating them up.
And then of course, like as all of this is happening,
just idiots.
Like the oh my god,
the Clocketeers just open up. While the hospital people are trying to help Dethklok by like beating up the Revengencers, but then the Clocketeers come in and just start mowing everybody down, just like killing all the hospital patients and not hurting the Revengencers at all.
Assassin like throws Charles out of a window, but Charles lands on his feet. And like as he's running away, like the Clocketeers are trying to chase him down with everyone else, killing patients and everything. And of course the Revengencers get away. You have like Yamfru like with his fucking face bit off, and it's like it absolutely is just. That's where the episode ends.
Yep, just the end of the episode.
That's where it ends.
Yeah.
So Matt.
Yeah.
Honestly, for this one, really didn't have like a follow-up thing to do. Like, honestly, I guess the thing I would do is like, what's the worst thing you had to go to a hospital for?
I was gonna say, I was thinking too. I had to get a surgery for like a giant cyst on my lower back that I had to get 2 surgeries for. That was very true. I was like, sitting in the surgery area for a long ass time was fucking, boring and difficult. But then going in for the first time, as soon as they put the IV in my arm, I like passed out immediately, then woke up after the first surgery. And I was just like, oh, that was crazy. My mouth was like pins and needles dry. They gave me some like ginger ale and shit like that to drink because I was like so fucking dehydrated, like insanely painfully dehydrated after the surgery. That was the main issue. And then the second one, I was like awake until they wheeled my bed into the operating room, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up again afterwards, and it was just like, but yeah, that was like probably the most traumatic thing ever. Like those like double surgeries were like pretty difficult. Other than that, I work at an animal hospital, right? I work at an emergency hospital. Yeah, I work in an emergency room for animals. So
yeah, well, here's the thing, Matt.
Yeah,
those are animals. I'm talking about you as a person.
No, no. Those double surgeries for lower back stuff.
I was gonna say, because trust me, there's a different way they treat animals than when they treat people. Honestly, the worst thing for me, was I had my wisdom teeth pulled.
Mm-hmm.
I remember they gave me the nitrous oxide, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm giggling like a fucking fool. And I remember they put the IV in me, and I was just like, ow. And then they're like, okay, start at 100 and count down, okay? I'm like, okay, 100, 99, 98. Next thing I remember, I'm waking up.
Yeah, it's the best.
And I was fucking, like, I felt like absolute shit.
Oh, yeah.
And of course the doctor's like, the longer you don't get at least able to leave, the longer you're gonna have to stay here. And I'm just like, okay, I can go. And my fucking brother, bless that man's heart. My older brother, not my oldest,
mm-hmm.
is driving me back from the fucking hospital, and I'm just like, ready to pass out because when you have your wisdom teeth pulled out, you have to have the pads that soak up the blood and everything.
Of course, yeah.
And you can't fall asleep because they might go down your throat and you might choke.
Of course.
So I'm getting ready to fall asleep. He's like, no, buddy, no. Actually slap my arm a little bit. No, you gotta stay awake, buddy. I know it's hard. It's just, it was hell.
Yeah.
But
for dental surgeries, I always end up chewing my cheek way too much. I practically ripped my cheek up last time I had a dental surgery because I kept chewing my side of the mouth. It really sucked. But
oh damn, really?
Yeah. I chewed my cheek way too much after that because my whole side of the mouth was numb for so long. But yeah, also at work, of course, like I said, yeah, I've had tons of insane. We've had limb amputations and stuff like that at work. We've had all kinds of gunshot wounds we got to fix. There are a couple surgeries I had and also when I had my 2 kittens neutered, both my little boys got the little balls taken out. It's one of the doctors I worked with for years, and I had one of my coworkers take a video of the whole surgery, so and I got to see the whole terrifying neutering surgery on 2 cats. So, yeah.
Lovely. That must have been fun for you.
Yeah, we get nucleations, which is the eye removals all the time whenever there's an eye injury. So yeah, I'm very familiar with all these crazy ass things.
Right. But yeah, that
one episode. Glad to see the Revengencers coming back, and I saw a culmination episode halfway through the season.
Right. Yeah. And of course, you know,
Oh, Duncan Hill's being
we got
back.
to see.
Made me wanna
Yep,
get coffee.
Duncan Hills came back. Dethklok came back. Charles, being a badass, came back.
Oh, I know you and Chris are more likely to have the collections of stuff than I am. But like, you never got like any kind of collective mug special event things?
Oh, dude, the only thing I have a wide collection of is vinyl records,
Okay.
and I listen to them too. So I don't really have. I really wasn't one of those collector mug kind of guys. Were you?
Hell no. The only thing I'm sitting here recording, but I'm staring at like thousands and thousands of dollars in Warhammer figures right now. but beyond that, I don't really collect mugs.
Yes.
Also, yeah, my
Fair
new
enough.
obsession, my trading card obsession I have currently. So yeah, my sister's obsessed with doing like giant puzzles and shit. So like we have tons of shit in the house, but never like mugs. It's usually like games or toys and stuff like that we love collecting.
Yes. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, that my wonderful viewers is that's the episode for today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bunch of crazy shit going on. A lot of crazy
fun little humorous episodes.
Right. Of these three, Matt. Of these three, which one do you think was your favorite?
Probably the episode 11 Dethrace. Or Dethracers, because it was a very fun episode.
Yeah. Dude, okay, real talk though. That one's my favorite too.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, Dethrace was very, very fun. The NASCAR type theatrical hybrid event was very, very fun. It was very humorous with the whole Mr. Gojira's driving school thing, because I remember driving school being a scary thing in my mind, but I never really went to it, so I was glad I got to avoid it. Which also the guy shouldn't have had to go really. Never mind, it was a court appointed, so that's what I had to do it. So that makes sense. but
yeah,
fun little batch.
You know what my favorite part about it was, right?
What?
Murderface high off his ass.
Oh yeah,
we need more Murderface being high off his ass.
Yeah, very, very funny.
Oh my god, but yeah, that was amazing. And I also hate NASCAR, so it was a plus for me.
Yeah, I have no interest in NASCAR, so that was it was interesting seeing that little thing for a second.
But yeah, so unfortunately for me, I, as per the norm on this show anymore, do not have any plugs. However, I know that you, Mr. Lewis, do.
Of course.
I will let you take it away for now.
All right. Matthew Lewis Podcasts. I think the RSS feed for the podcast you can listen to is all under Action Toon Bros, even though it does include Action Toon Bros and Movie Garbage episodes. So Movie Garbage, Action Toon Bros over on Apple Podcasts. Matthew Lewis Podcasts on YouTube for all the episodes of both shows. Matthew Lewis Podcasts on Blue Sky. Matthew Lewis Podcasts on Twitch. Matthew Lewis Podcasts on Patreon. And then, of course, listen to old episodes of Action Toon Bros. We have a huge backlog, 74-episode backlog now, given this one. Also, make sure to check out Movie Garbage. Check out the podcast for the Forgotten Minotaur King. Don't forget to buy my book as well. Check that shit out. Buy my book. Pluggy plugs. That's all plugs for now, I think. I can think of the top of my head. But yeah.
Excellent.
Everyone, stay awesome out there. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was an insane 3 episodes, and if I recall, for those who caught the Young Justice episode that we recorded recently,
the 3-hour one, yeah.
The longest one, because it was literally the series finale again. But if I recall, next is, you said Fillmore.
Yeah, our brand new series we're going to be covering, a very 23-year-old show that's incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
We'll get around to that next week, or these are bi-monthly, so like the next 2 weeks. Yeah, who knows?
Next time.
Yeah, next time we'll be recording some Fillmore. We got to figure out how many episodes we're going to cover and all that kind of stuff. But hell yeah.
We'll get there.
New series to be started. Hell yeah.
I'm kind of excited for this, because this is one of those Disney shows I didn't know about. So, with all that said in mind,
I was gonna say we want to vamp for another 40 seconds so we can get this to an hour 10 minutes.
God, you really just want it to be an hour and 10 minutes.
Just just for my own mild OCD tendencies.
For your own sanity.
Yeah. What metal are you gonna try to listen to? Give me a band recommendation, real quick. 30 seconds.
Okay, so God, you put me on the spot here. So you need to listen to you need to actually listen to Gojira.
Yeah.
You need to listen to Cannibal Corpse.
Mm-hmm.
You need to listen to Dimmu Borgir.
I'm probably only gonna listen to like one of these. Leave it and pick one that's really good. Cause
you also need to listen to Scrambles.
The Death Dealer.
Scrambles the death. Oh, hey, look, we hit 1 minute 10. So from all of us here at Action Toon Brothers Emporium to you, stay classy, stay awesome, and as always, keep it sleazy.